I was one rim shot away from completely ruining my gig and my snare drum. I didn't realize how I was damaging my own drum, and not from the batter side, but from the resonant side. So how? I got a run of gigs this weekend, so I decided to bring in my snare drum to tune it up a little bit. And I noticed that there was a little bit of wear on the resonant head, so I was thinking maybe I should change that. It looked just fine, just a little dimple on the resonant side. I probably could have made it through the show, but I'm glad I didn't risk it. So I'm over here with Dan at Forks. I have a gig tonight and I just had to switch out this drum head.
Well, what you want to do is, it doesn't matter if you use string or strap, it's up to the person that's playing the drum, but always, in my opinion, avoid metal snare string, because metal snare string can damage the head, as we see here, and it also, over time, can potentially cut into the bearing edge of the snares.
I've been playing drums nearly my entire life, and somehow I didn't realize that these blue PureSound cables were actually metal cables under plastic. What you're looking at isn't nylon. It's steel wire with a blue jacket. So when that coating wears through, the cable underneath starts to fray. And that fray was slowly sawing into my resonant snare drum head without me realizing it. We'll take a look at exactly what this damage does in just a second. But first, let's talk about how these cables work and why this can happen to any snare drum if you're not paying attention. So I want you guys to see what Dan was talking about. So these blue PureSound cables, I've used them for years, and I was told by another drummer that these will hold the snares much firmer and have much less give. And so I've sworn by these. But if you use these cables for a while, you'll start noticing that the coating comes off the cables and they start fraying a bit. Over time, vibration and tension make it fray, like guitar string ends. With every backbeat, those sharp filaments pressed against the same spot of the head thousands of times. And from the outside of it, it looked like just a harmless little dimple. While I may have been worried about this dimple, I didn't realize this major problem. Right there.
Really a hole right there.
And that's right on it. And I was bringing this in because...
Well, you got kind of a dimple, you see.
Yeah, so I had a dimple right here. But after changing, I was like, this is where the snare wires are at. And there's like this giant freaking hole there.
A little bit of a hole.
Those steel strands work their way straight through this thinner film of a resonant head. Right here, you can see two tarantula holes, I like to call them. It looks like a spider bite. And this is right where that snare throw-off is, and right where that cable was digging in. If I really would have played one rim shot hard in the right way, that bottom head could have split wide open.
Just my opinion, you'll want to avoid metal snare strap. Always go for a cloth strap or the cloth strings. Any brand will be fine.
I swapped out the cables for just straps that won't damage a snare drum head and that are strong enough to hold. And these will sit flush and distribute pressure evenly. No hidden metal, nothing sharp. So this feels the same, sounds the same, but it won't destruct the head. So as you can see, I put straps on each side of this head. And I am grateful for a great drum shop in town. So if you like Dan, follow him for more tips. So that's what's hiding under the surface. What I thought was just a dimple actually turned out to be two very serious holes. Now, I've always loved PureSound and I still use their stuff, but here's what I would suggest if you're using wire cables like this. If your snare straps are coated cables, flex them. If the jacket cracks, replace them. Keep the snare side head tight and evenly tensioned. Inspect where the end plates meet the film, and any dents mean friction. And I like to change my resonant head once every 3 to 6 months. Some people prefer to do it once every year. Some people never do it. I think the resonant head ages quickly for me because I play so much. So I like to replace the head every 3 to 6 months. Now, I've been drumming most of my life. I'm not a total drum head. I like gear, but I'm not totally into it. And I'm not the first person to talk about gear or maintenance. I like the stuff I have and I like for it to work. And I try to take care of it. But the wild thing is, I'm still learning new things every day. And even something as simple or basic as this just totally blew my mind. That's what I love about drums. There's always something new to learn. So if you've ever had a mystery or a failure like this, Or if you've just seen a drum head do something weird, drop a comment and tell me what caused it. Maybe I'll do a video on it. And I'll pin the most interesting story. So whoever has the wildest, most random story about a drumhead fiasco on a gig or a session, I'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comments and I'll pin it. And this is just one little nugget of wisdom I like to share on this channel. My channel is all about how I can help a working musician, people out there trying to climb the ranks, people trying to take that next step in their music career, and I'm taking you along with me. So if you're curious, follow along. Please like, follow, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Happy playing out there.